Back again in the studios of the ESL India Premiership 2018. Summer Seasons Masters League. Angie joining me once again.
Yeah.
And guess what? Today is going to be a very fantabulous Dota match because
Yes.
last time one of the teams met the sister concern of the other team.
True.
It was a great match.
It
It
was a
was
great
long, it was meticulous. Both teams did well, but the better team prevailed. That was ROG Titans.
And the good part about today's matchup is Reckoning Infinity, even though they seem to be lower on the board, they do sit sixth as of now. But if you talk about the win and loss ratio, they've got 5 victories and 4 losses. But they've also watched yesterday's game against Reckoning Esports. So they do know to a certain
Against
extent
ROG Titans.
against ROG Titans. So they do know for a certain extent as to how ROG plays now. Also, they also know the mistakes that Reckoning Esports made, which they really could have avoided at some point. But it's a
Definitely.
game and everybody makes mistakes. So I hope that today Reckoning Infinity has come into this matchup very, very strong. And I'm looking to see whether they will be able to match the Titans.
Yeah, indeed. Let's quickly start off with the introductions. First, let's start off with Reckoning Infinity. I like the palindrome scene with
Yeah.
Ahir, the last player. I was wondering, who's Riha? Why does he have the word freedom in Urdu? And then oh, his surname is Ahir. So it's
Yeah.
like the exact palindrome there. If you read
Def-
it in the mirror, it's Riha.
Fantastic
I
team
like
there,
that.
though.
I like
Reckoning
that. I like the
Infinity.
team. I like the team. I really like the team.
They're playing really well. Also, I shout out to Moon and Riha. I mean, Moon in the mid lane is doing really, really well. I think we could even consider Reckoning Infinity one of our tier 1 teams now because they are playing so well. And I don't see the difference much between Reckoning Esports, Reckoning Infinity. I think they both are managed really well. And I think that's why they continuously keep coming back and coming back stronger.
Alrighty then. So then let's start off by knowing ROG Titans. All right, that's team ROG Titans
Yes,
there.
undefeated. 7 victories, no losses, defeating Signify.
They are pulling off a Nasser Esports from Nasser Gaming from
They're
CS.
so good. And I mean, Archmage, he was, of course, the carry for RG Titans a while ago. But in today's time, he sits on the mid lane. And yesterday, we saw him play a fantastic Tinker. He got pretty much ganked in the early game. But after a certain point, he was just unstoppable. And I think the only reason RG Titans kind of took a little splish in the water was when I saw Tinker kind of take a fall there with the buyback. And ROG got a little bit worried about that. And I think Archmage, A35 and ZXC are forming to be a very beautiful team.
Yeah, they're trying to be, they're ending up being very formidable. And while we were
Yes.
having that small discussion, production decided to go ahead and make the draft live. So
Yeah.
we are here. We've got our 3 bans respectively. ROG's gone ahead, banned Omni, Pit Viper, and Pit Viper. Pit Lord and Viper. It
Yeah.
was just like the scam
Just
king.
like say like scam.
Scam
Yeah.
king. So Viper, Pit Lord, Omni Knight banned by ROG Titans, and Bounty Hunter getting picked.
Yes.
One of my favorite heroes, go-to heroes there. Whereas Dark Willow, Sand King, and Skywrath getting banned by
I
Reckoning
think ROG
Infinity there.
doesn't like the fact that now the bounty spawns only at 5 minutes. So they're like, hey, you know what? We'll just get our own bounty.
Yeah.
So,
we
there
just get
are
the
j-
extra gold. We just sort it out.
Also, this pickup is very interesting because even if there is a Night Stalker opposite them, which I think could be possible, he kind of makes sure that he can just scout out everybody on the map. And after
Like good vision
True.
and a good gang. I've seen it in games, Angie, and it's funny to know a character, a hero like Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
A lot of times is omitted in gang fights. When I say omitted, I don't mean to say that he's not included in the gang fight.
Yeah.
You miss him in the gang fight. A Bounty with a day gone is a force to reckon with
It
after
is.
upon a time.
He's actually a very frustrating hero because the way ROG Titans plays, they actually hit their spike points by about 7 to 8 minutes in game when the mid lane kind of hits 6. Basically, what they're going to do is after the 10-minute mark, they're just going to keep finding the carry.
They're
and
going to
keep
track
killing it.
everybody.
They're going to track everybody and get a lot of gold. And I think that also says that RG Titans really want to make sure that they have the lead even in the net worth and the graphs. So this is a good pickup for them. Also, how it plays out, we will know as the game goes.
Well, Reckoning's gone ahead and picked up a Tusker.
Yeah, the Tusker being one of the favorite pickups in the ESL. Of course, we haven't seen the Sand King, the Disruptor, the Witch Doctor, even the Winter Wearer. I've missed that hero. I mean, he is such a good support. Also, he makes sure like heroes like Lifestealer and stuff can be counted to a certain extent because of the
Winter Wyvern, I totally agree with you. Very underrated in its capabilities, the Winter Wyvern is. But again, more than the hero itself, it's like so there's this old.
I think they'll go a lion.
Huh?
I think they would pick a lion though.
They'll pick up a lion.
I think so. They're gonna pick up their
this puck was supposed to go to ROG. Why is Reckoning ruining my pick?
The puck. I am a little worried for Reckoning Infinity actually. Showing off your mid hero so early in the draft makes it very easy to counter in my defense. I mean, in the sense that when you drop in your mid hero, which is basically the hero that's first going to hit level 6, in my opinion, it's a very risky thing to do.
Unless they have a game plan.
Unless they have a game plan, but I'd better make sure that the other heroes that they pop are so much more important than the puck to let the puck showcase so early, because now there are so many heroes that can easily counter the puck.
I'm definitely thinking ROG is going to go for a Shadow Fiend mid.
It could be a Shadow Fiend. I could also again aim for the Tinker pickup, though he must be fed up of playing the Tinker. But RG Titan is going to secure that Doom for them next. Mostly going to even maybe get a Midas if he prefers. And they're going to have a decent offlane over here, because even if he doesn't get that level and experience from the lane, he can always go into the NC, get that bit of farm running. Also, after a certain point, once he hits that Doom, he's going to make sure that the Bounty and him kind of always take out 1% in the fight, which is mostly going to be a support. I think because it's going to be a 4th role Tusker, this could also be an Earth Spirit coming in Reckoning Infinity, but I'm a little worried because I really need to understand why the puck is being picked up so quick. I want to know what their other picks are, to be more precise.
Indeed. Lifestealer getting banned and a Monkey King getting banned as a response to that. We are in the set of the second phase of bans.
So excited to see if a Night Stalker gets picked up now, because he is not really being banned out here, and he's one of the top heroes in this meta. Pretty tanky himself, and fares decently well with the Tusker and the puck. This also kind of showcases that with a bounty pickup, I want to re-mention this, that Reckoning Infinity have to constantly make sure they have the sentries and the dust running up on them, which is a lot of investment for 2 support heroes to kind of keep doing when you don't really have that much of bounty available. Also, that also means that RG is always going to be up on the leaderboards, I mean up on the net worth graph if you look at it, because they'll always constantly be leading in goal. Now this is a worrisome thing, because Reckoning Infinity got to make sure that they have something to really counter the bounty. Mostly a pick like a Slardar could help them, but also the Slardar needs to fit into the draft, and he also needs to get that early blink dagger to be more useful. As of now, Reckoning Infinity just looking to ban out their main heroes before they really pick up what they want to work this draft into. Now, picking a puck can also say that they want to go into a lot of AoE kind of combo. I would also prefer them picking the Void, as a matter of fact, to make sure that they are able to hold people in place. That could work for them, but as of now, I'm hoping to see what they're going to pick as a secondary support. Tinker getting banned.
Well, a Razor and a Tinker getting banned. A Razor by ROG and Reckoning banning Tinker. We are now in the middle of the second pick phases.
I want to see a Sky Wrath Mage, but I think
it's been banned.
Oh, it's been banned. Then I hope to see a Disruptor, because I think that's one of the heroes that ROG Titans could use beautifully well against the puck and the Tusker.
I told you they're going to pick up Disruptor. If they pick up Disruptor, we should have these side bets going on.
Bane. I like that pickup, Bane.
I like Bane.
So Bane is good, but I'm still looking at Reckoning Infinity, and I'm like, you need the burst. You need the damage to kind of do once you kind of gather all these heroes together. And I think the next 2 pickups are very, very crucial for Reckoning Infinity. Meanwhile, RG Titans picking that Doom and that Bounty, they're looking pretty fine. I think they could even pick up a mid Lina to fare against the puck. She fares pretty decently. Also, she has a Laguna that does quite a bit of damage with the Doom and the Bounty kind of. They can just keep bursting around heroes. They don't really need to take 5v5 fights, which works in ROG's favor to to quite an extent. But it's a questionable pick. It's
Disruptor.
going to be the Disruptor coming in there for ROG Titans. Now, they've secured their off lane. They've secured their 2 supports. This is the kind of sequence of draft that kind of favors both the teams, because when you pick up both your supports first, you're not really giving away your mid and your carry, which are important. But that also has another way to look at it, that your heroes could even get banned. So maybe they really didn't want the puck ban, due to which they picked it up quickly in the meta. But now we see a DK coming in there. That could be a
This
carry
is going to be some
DK.
heavyweight showdown there.
I remember we just had this discussion about how they could even opt to pick up the Brewmaster, and I think ROG could opt to even go for the Brewmaster in either their safe lane or even in the mid. Now, DK being one of those very tanky heroes, a good counter for ROG Titans, and I could see them pick up so many heroes to kind of counter that DK, but mostly even the Viper is banned. Yeah, the Viper is also banned, so you got to be a
This
little
could
careful.
be an OD.
It could even be a Wind Ranger, as a matter of fact. I mean, she also works okay well against the puck. The OD, of course, like you mentioned, devastating hero.
Late game OD, you don't want to see face to face.
Yeah. Even early game, I mean, you basically can't really do much to him.
Yeah,
in
that
the early
Astral
game.
Prison is so annoying, dude. Like, you're just about like let's get some farm in place. The bugger just
Yeah.
appears out of nowhere. Astral imprisons you and like goes, and also steals intelligence off you.
Yeah.
That's like, oh shit, I hate it.
I could see Reckoning picking up the Tiny also. I mean, it could work for them in the off lane, but they got to pick another solid carry.
I
mean,
think Abaddon.
The Abaddon, yeah, but they have too much utility. I think Reckoning Infinity as a team, they will have too much utility, but at the end of the day, they will lose to basic meta, which is
I
objective
think
Dota.
what Reckoning could also do, just correct me if I'm wrong. Either they could go for a badass carry like
Yeah.
Terrorblade,
You can even go for the Juggernaut.
or the Juggernaut, or they can totally go full power 24-hour harassing mode and take a PL.
Ah, the PL. Yes, the PL could fit, but then, you have the DK and the PL both trying to farm. And with a bounty hunter constantly roaming, they're going to know that these two are going to be starving for farm. And that's basically what ROG Titans want. They want to be able to not make Reckoning Infinity hit that 30-minute mark. They don't really want to see carries that... I mean, the more they pick carry, the more ROG Titans get stronger, because they have a combination which basically is just going to take down heroes in a sequence of 3-2. So you're going to have a bounty and a doom with the mid guy just going into the forest and finding out as many kills as possible. The fear of this for Reckoning Infinity is you got to constantly have wards on the map. But for now, RG Titans is going to play a card that they always love to play. It's going to be the Lycan coming in there for them. Beautiful, beautiful carry. Also, I love to see that he's back into the meta with the Necro books. He's really just chunking down towers. There's not really much you can do to a Lycan. Even if they have a Roche fight over here, I see ROG taking it better because of the Disruptor. They also have the Doom to make sure he's just standing there guard if anything has to go wrong. The Doom against DK is risky. I think any hero who goes against DK, because he is very tanky, needs to be really burst down. And as I see this all lifting out, I think ROG Titans should end this draft with a Lina or an OD to kind of shell out all that burst damage. Of course, the Queen of Pain, an unforgettable hero over there, and the Templar Assassin being another choice for them.
Even a Bristleback for the matter.
Yeah, but then do you send him mid?
No, I don't think Bristleback could be sent to mid here in this
But
case.
then who would... the problem is, who would ROG send mid then?
Because they don't have a mid hero.
They don't have a
I
mid,
forgot
yeah.
for a second. They don't have a mid hero.
And
I think they would be very secure with the Shadow Fiend.
I think a Shadow Fiend or a Wind, or even... there are so many options, because none
Wind's
of them
been banned.
really...
Wind Ranger's been banned.
Alright,
Phantom
so-
Lancer has been banned. See, they know PL could have been a lot of trouble for them.
It could be a lot of trouble.
Because the Phantom Lancer's second will disrupt your
yeah, I think they could go for a Luna.
track by bounty. And
I
plus,
think-
a bounty is too easily overwhelmed by a PL I've seen. But they've gone for an OD.
They've gone for an OD. I mean, it's the most splendid pickup because of two reasons. One being is it fares decently well against the puck. Also, with the Lycan and the Disruptor being there, I mean, the OD is going to shell out the most amount of damage, and they really need him in this team. It's surprising to me to see that they've actually let them pick the OD, which kind of finishes ROG Titans draft and puts Reckoning Infinity into question on what they are going to end their draft with. Now, if they are looking for just plain burst damage, they could either opt to go for Luna, or they could even opt to go for something, I don't know, even like a Brewmaster could work for them, but I'm still not seeing the
See, they have a minute to figure life out for themselves.
Yes.
They have 60 seconds worth of time remaining on their clock to figure out how this game is going to go for them.
I
This is going to be amazing.
I could see them even pick up the OD, but I mean, sorry, the Void, but it's again, I mean, even an anti-mage could work for them. It's
They
going to
go
be a
for a
Luna because they
Luna.
really need that burst damage from somewhere, and I think Luna is just going to help them achieve that. So, with that, we have Reckoning Infinity and RG Titans. Good drafts coming in from both teams. I see the tanks, I see the good supports, I see the good initiation, but I would still have to put my cards down on RG Titans just because of the Doom like in an OD.
I like the variety I'm seeing in the draft.
Yeah.
I'm really kicked to see how the bounty is going to play his role
Also,
out.
the Luna will have to be really, really careful because she's going to have a bounty constantly scouting around.
Yeah,
Also, the
she's
ward
always going to be
placements.
tracked.
Yeah, also the ward placements are going to make a huge difference in this game. So I'm actually excited to see how this one
So
goes.
this is predominantly going to be a vision game. This is going to be a
Yes.
vision-based game. Bounty is going to be providing vision, and you got to stop bounty from giving you the appropriate vision.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. You stop bounty, you stop an incoming onslaught or a gank. We'll go off into the game and see what's in store for us there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL India Premiership summer season. My name is Floki, joining me is CloudX. How's it going, CloudX?
I'm good, but let's not forget that today we've got an observer alongside us as well. Gola,
Oh, yeah.
aka Super, is going to be watching this match for you. We know that you guys have had a lot of camera control issues of late on the stream. Hopefully, things are going to be better today.
Yep, shout out to you, Gola. You're the
Anyway.
man.
Moving on, our Reckoning Infinity going to be on the die. We've got ROG Titans on the Radiant. We kind of discussed this draft to death before the panel threw it to us, but I feel like Reckoning's got a shot here. They've got a decent bit of pushing potential between their Luna and their Dragon Knight, but the question is, have they recognized that the primary source of lockdown on the side of ROG Titans is in the form of that squishy little disruptor? And if yes, how do they plan on closing the gap and finishing him off in these team fights?
Yep. Mid lane, I'm not sure if production scouted it out, but there was an observer bot placed by Tusk that got immediately devoted by the bounty hunter. And I think you mentioned the disruptor. I think it's all going to come down to that. If the disruptor dies, can ROG find revenge kills with the track? And do Reckoning Infinity overcommit for that disruptor? Because if they do, they could be in some deep trouble. Even though they're not going to have static storm to work with, the good part is that they'll still have some movement speed going on, and because you dive so far. It's
Battle
pretty
up top
hard.
though, they're looking for a bounty rune. They're gonna get the one for the Doom, I believe. It's
try
pretty
for this,
closely
though.
contested, but man, this is painful for Moon because he doesn't really have any salves to work with. He's just gonna have to tango back up while he comes back into the lane.
I mean, he has a discounted mango, so he should be fine here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the build that everybody seems to be just idling over these days. Those double mangoes, and then you get some stats going with those iron branches and circlets.
There's the sentry D walls at the middle lane as well. Archmage D-warding the sentry along with Reha, but this puts ROG Titans in a better situation because Bounty is just going to be left undetected on this middle lane for the first couple of minutes.
Oh yeah. Do you think the mid observer ward is somewhat overrated now that the mid matchup is more of a 1v1?
In fact, I think it's underrated if anything. It's so much more important to have every little advantage you can get while in that 1 versus 1 situation.
I see. Interesting. So, think it's a lot more valuable now?
Yeah.
But, okay, but what do you think of this? Because I mean, as far as my knowledge goes, so here's how I've heard the top tier players talk about this. They say that mid is not really a lane where either mid laner should die unless they make a big mistake. And most mid matchups are relatively even, unless it's like something blatantly overpowered, like say something like a Shadow Fiend against a Dragon Knight, or an OD against a Dragon Knight in this case.
Again, I don't think OD versus Dragon Knight is overwhelmingly in favor of the OD. I think the DK has the ability to push the creep wave out using the breathe fire, and of course to stifle his last hits. The problem is gonna arise though because you're gonna have Zerisberg pressuring the middle lane, giving OD that little bit of an edge to tilt the scales in his favor. But that in itself is an opportunity, right, for Reckoning Infinity. They could try and make advantage of this by destroying the Doom up top. But again, it boils down to the fact that a Bane and a Luna are just not enough to deal with the Doom, and let alone A35's Doom.
Yeah. He did go for the Infernal Blade level 1, so he doesn't have any extra armor or something like the Satyr regen to work with. But he does have the Infernal Blade, so he can trade hits with Avada here.
He's also got 3 mangoes working for him, so the moment he does get that scorched earth up, he's confirmed going to be back up to full HP.
Yep. He's more like a Nyx assassin in this off
Look
lane.
at Bounty. Zed is
Oh, Korea. He's gonna find it.
easy. And that's a sentry ward on the courier as well. Just
Oh.
really throwing salt into their wounds. Bounty's work is done for the next like 3 minutes. That's if he's got the courier snipe, he's been useful for his team.
But, I mean, you speak of how he's been useful to his team and his work is done, but Zerisbug thinks otherwise. He's moved into the top lane here, where Avada could be in some trouble.
I think
You see
Avada is
835, yeah.
in a lot of trouble actually.
Yeah, I mean, well, the Nightmare's gonna get toggled over, but while we're talking about top, looks like Buck ended up falling in the bottom lane. Not quite sure how that happened. And
He has a
top lane's
point
gonna
in
be
the
okay.
glimpse.
I see. I'm guessing it was probably hard for Puck to dodge that because he may have used his illusory orb there.
Heist rotating up towards the top side of the map here. Can't quite find a kill. It's just 2 minutes in. The score is 1-0. ROG Titans, however, did get that courier snipe. So it's in Zerisbug's best interest to come and piss off Riha at the middle lane. But yeah, the real issue is that with even 1 point in the Dragon Blood armor, there's not too many ways in which they can force out all the consumables from Riha this early on.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to piss off a Dragon Knight who is like 2 points in the Dragon's Blood. Especially if you get that Tango going, you're gonna have close to 12 HP regen, I think, on top of 6 armor. It's really hard to harass him in this lane.
Arc, the bottom lane. Now trying to return the favor onto Evil Ash here. He's
Oh, so...
still a
okay.
likely candidate to be brought down, honestly. He needs to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, has a range creep on his tail. Never in a position you want to be if you're a support.
Yeah.
I mean, the range creep can do so much work if you ignore it as a support. Especially someone like Disruptor with like 1 armor. You just die.
Yeah.
to a range
Riha, however, he's managed to pull back on the middle lane. Like, I mean, in terms of CS, he's sitting at 11-4, but more importantly, he hasn't burned through that last and final salve of his.
Oh
which
yeah.
means he's going to be able to pop it just at the same time that his couriers respawn and he calls out his soul ring.
That's big, because I think now he's gonna have enough HP regen to survive this lane, because he has level 2 Dragon Blood and the Soul Ring regen. And he's also gonna have the ability to spam out Breathe Fire and push the wave out if he feels unsafe. Well,
Low start here from both teams. Just
Yeah.
1 kill in the first 4 minutes, but that could be about to change as top lane. I can see Reckoning Infinity looping around on A35.
yep.
Oh,
8 to
okay.
5? Oh, that's not pleasant at all, because you just managed to help the Doom there by Nightmaring and using the shards at the same time, so you don't deal any damage to him.
Why?
Slight miscommunication
I mean,
there.
okay, I guess the ideal way would be for Avada to start beating you up in the Nightmare, then you drop in the shards. But even then, you probably don't get a kill because Moon is just level 4. And the level 2 Lucent Beam and a Doom with 3 mangoes and a Scorched Earth available isn't enough. You're gonna try again.
I don't think it's going to be very successful. I mean, they already used the Snowball and the Ice Shards. They don't have any way of blocking A35, like you mentioned. Just buffs the Scorched Earth and runs away.
Oh, bottom, Adrenaline
Oh.
Rush.
Yeah, he
Rather than
looks like he
fighting.
might end up dropping here. There is Kyak who's going forward, but Kyak is probably going to pay for it with his life with the Wolves on his tail, and indeed he does. Did he buy up before he dies, though? I think the answer was no. So not sure if that's worth it for Kyak, but, well, he does force out the Disruptor. But
I guess it's kind of worth it, right? Because you got the EXP if nothing else.
I
But yeah,
guess so.
and the Creep Wave is not exactly at his tower either, so it's not like he'd have been doing anything else more productive. Also, he makes it back in time for at least one of the bounty runes if he goes for them. But
Yeah.
nope, Zerisbug has that covered. He's gonna go pick up 2 bounty runes there. They're gonna get 1 on top.
Yeah, I mean, this is 3 bounty runes for ROG Titans, so this is a gold swing by itself. You can see it reflected in the net worth charts, actually. It's a 1k lead for ROG at the moment. And looks like they're trying to extend it here in the bottom lane, but don't think you can really kill a Puck with just a level 2 bounty hunter and a Lycan. Probably only have the ulti.
I feel like status quo in this game works best for ROG Titans, right? Because eventually, if they do explode in the mid game like they're known to, they've now got the bounty hunter to exacerbate it as well.
Oh yeah. Now that you mention it, that track gold could really come in handy for heroes like OD who just rely on getting those items early on.
I think Kark's
Especially-
dead.
Oh yeah, Kark looks like he is really dead. He's gonna die to the last Thunderstrike.
Fancy
Well,
attempt there, but it was
yeah.
in vain.
I mean, valiant attempt, I must say. He did try his best to live, but that's the
Halfway.
off lane, you die. Yeah, Archmage is being forced out of this lane, so he's gone for a lot of stat items early on, in fact. What do you think of this double null talisman as well as the Aquila?
I mean, with the changes to Arcanom, if I'm not wrong, it now costs a bit more mana to cast.
Uh-huh.
You probably do need that burst of mana pool in the early stages to be relevant. So I guess it makes sense.
Well, that's a fair explanation. Akira does give you mana regen as well as extra mana, and I think OD can always make use of the extra agility it gives. That sort of tiny increase in attack speed can actually be super incremental for heroes like OD, who rely on intelligence for the ultimate.
So much pressure on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Kark just again pushed out of the lane under his tier 2 tower while Lycan goes to work on the tier 1. This is an easy takedown, especially with that dominated siege creep coming out from them. The timing was perfect. ROG Titans, they look like they've practiced this time and time again, right?
Yeah.
Pick up a siege creep. When the siege wave forms, you have your Helm of the Dominator, steal the enemy siege, and go for the tier 1. If support rotations don't come in, you're guaranteed the tower.
Yeah, but the problem is that this does come in Archmage falling low in the mid lane. I mean, that's the cost that they're going to be paying. So Archmage is under the threat of dying. And the Sentry Ward is also available for the side of Reckoning. So this Bounty Hunter's attempt to gank will be largely unsuccessful. Top lane?
Quick observation on this top lane. So Moon's holding on to his skill points.
Yeah.
He's at level 7, but he's only put 5 of his skill points into his abilities. For those of you unaware of why he's doing this, he does not want to overpush the wave, but we'll talk about that later because at middle lane.
Yeah, middle lane looks like a fight is going to break out. Archmage is dropping very low, but Riha's dropping lower. He's going to get glimpsed back too, but Zedismark is still asleep. But with a Thunderstrike, I think they will find the kill. Yeah, they should. Indeed they do, but Disruptor, he's probably going to die for this. No! In fact, Archmage turns it around with that Astral, and now Zerexy's TP'd in. So he's going to ult and chomp you down. Tusk is going to end up falling, and Avada's going to be next. He's getting chased behind his tier 1 tower, not the place you want to be in as a level 3 Bane, and Zerexy just takes his claws in.
Copious amounts of damage coming out from ZXC. Perfectly timed rotation. They're getting him a double kill, making it well worth his time. Not to mention they're also going to get a tier 1 tower after this. ROG Titans, they couldn't have asked for more, but now they've got it back because the Dream Coil is available if they really want to commit for this. Riha, no Elder Dragon form, but oh, okay, he's only got a level 2 Breathe Fire. There's no way they're getting that kill.
Yeah, and also the fact that he doesn't have a stun is not going to help them either. Maybe with the stun they would have found it. But Puck rotates mid, doesn't find anything. 8 minutes in. You do have levels on the Puck, but you really want that Blink Dagger up and going, which you idly get on the back of these ganks. So it's going to be important to see if Kark pulls anything similar. But
Top
while I'm
lane.
saying that top lane, looks like Moon is getting gone upon, but he turns the Eclipse, pops it, and might be able to find the Doom, but nope. Doom finds the kill before dying, but hell, that Eclipse was worth it. They find 2 kills in return. Tusk gets some XP out of it. I guess you can say that was worth it for Reckoning Infinity there.
Yeah, but I guess it's kind of worth it for Doom as well because he was starting to fall behind on levels, but then he got the solo EXP, I believe, from the kill on the Luna. That's pushed him up to level 5.5, almost at 6. If he needs to pop that Tomb, he's up to 6, and then they'll have Doom and no Eclipse.
Yeah, and now looks like Ice is going to get glimpsed back on the top lane. The snowball dodging it, but he's only going to snowball into Zedismark. Now backup is coming. It is in the form of Moon on that Luna, and Avada is coming in from the backlines as well. So it looks like it's going to be Zedismark who pays the price. With the Brain Sap, it's going to be him. Infernal Blade from the Doom, now doing a fair bit of work onto Moon, but Moon doesn't give a hoot. He's chasing forward, but with Zerexy showing up, he just might, and he's just accepted his fate.
Oh damn, I think
What?
he, oh no wonder. I was wondering why he
no.
I mean, I don't think he could have done much anyway there.
Yeah.
Unless they do have a TP on the Dragon Knight, and Puck is TPing up there.
Man, that sucks. That sucks.
Maybe
so
he could have just
bad.
extended it a bit more. Even if he died, his death wouldn't have been entirely in vain over there. Horrible
Yeah.
timing from the disconnect.
Indeed. I think he could have gotten the Lucent Beam off and maybe helped with the Doom kill.
Yeah, or maybe even just runs back a bit, bringing him closer towards the Puck, who's going to TP in
Yeah,
like
but
1 second.
I think, yeah, even the Dragon Knight can TP in if he wants, but his TP is going to be long and he doesn't have a stun, so I don't think there's any incentive for him to go for this play here in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, if he goes, that's his tier 1 tower loss, so you probably just make the decision to stay.
Yeah, and I think the idea is actually to maybe try and use this window to get some chip damage done onto the enemy tier 1, if you can at all, against an Archmage who, well, doesn't have the most points in Astral, but does have 1. So he has some AoE damage to work with. Who do you think is going to tie in this top lane? Do you think it's going to be A3 fight? Do you think he falls here? Maybe?
I mean, Scorched Earth is back, so probably not.
It's a level 1 Scorched Earth though. So it gives you 12 HP regen. Let's do some math here. 12 HP regen. You have 1 Mango. And you have the Satyr Creep, who's giving you 19 HP with the Helm of the Dominator. So yeah, I think he's going to live.
Yeah, he should be okay.
Disruptor's getting close to his 6th though. If he finds a Static Storm on the back of this gank, the puck could get completely turned around upon. And, I mean, he's going to get even further pushed away from the blink tag of his. Question is, can Reckoning Infinity find these revenge kills? I think the answer is probably going to be to cut your losses short and back off. You need the Dragon Knight to fight at this point, and I think this is sort of what you need to do against teams like ROG. They usually like to take these 3 to 4 man skirmishes. They don't like TPing in all their heroes. They want at least one of them to make use of this space and farm. And at the moment, it's Archmage. So what you really just have to do is group up as 5 and start beating onto ROG every single time they make these moves. Punishes you. I mean, it punishes ROG, puts them in an awkward position because with 5 heroes together, you can also pressure a tower.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense for Reckoning Infinity to go up there and fight. I agree with, just utilizing whatever time you can to try and do chip damage and farm in the other lanes, because Puck's fallen behind heavily. Him TPing up there means that there's a chance he could die again, and if he does end up dying again, that's just pretty much game over for him. I mean, look at this. He's calling out boots on the courier, but he's TPing away at the same time. So he's even going to go there. He's going to go there without being at maximum potential as well. It seems like a bad decision. You probably just back off, cut your losses, let Avada die if he needs to, run away with the Tusk, or vice versa.
Yep. Well, Moon is not going to be happy of his death. I mean, that was really, really unfortunate for Moon, dying like that in the middle of a fight.
He would have died anyway. It's just
but
the question is, would his death have done anything? Yeah.
Maybe. Ah. Is that his bug showing some love to Moon? And looks like Archmage is going to take some time to reconnect and restart his PC here.
So, fun fact, Moon is, if I'm not wrong, he's either a nephew or a family friend of one of the Beyond Infinity founders / managers. So, he... well, now Entity Gaming. So, when Zerisbug was part of Beyond Infinity, I believe Moon and him had a fair bit of interaction.
Oh, I see. That's very interesting to know that. I think Moon is also a very young player. He's 17, if I believe. He's super skilled as well. I think he's on the leaderboards close to rank 1000 or something. That's a really good place to be. I think that's close to 6k or 6.3k MMR if I'm not wrong.
He's doing well for himself. I mean, just like last year, I remember him being at like 4k and struggling to get to 5k. Now he's at Divine 5 on the leaderboard. He's come a long way. But I mean, unfortunately, that long way isn't enough, even on the Indian esports circuit, and it looks like he knows that as well.
Yeah, I mean, bad internet can strike anywhere, anytime. So, something you should try and not let yourself be affected by. You did tell me that Moon used to be somewhat upset when he used to lose games and didn't really like it, but he did mature. He's become a lot less of that person, and
I'm curious to see if Reckoning Infinity can actually pull back, because this game is just going downhill on all fronts. The only thing they had working for them was Moon, whose net worth is sort of, respectable at this point. But with these 2 consecutive deaths on him, that's starting to look pretty shoddy for them.
Yeah. I think the right idea for Reckoning Infinity should be to try and get your level 6s, try and get your core items. Once you have your core items, you can start fighting the lineup of ROG Titans. And you do so in a way that's completely 5v5. You don't start off a fight with 2 or 3 heroes, because then you just give ROG the opportunity to take you down one by one. I think it has to be a full 5-man fight for Reckoning Infinity.
Yeah. Well, let's see if... I mean, this is a long PC restart, honestly. I think a little more than that now. Probably internet issues after all. But yeah, I want to see if the Dragon Knight can start pulling his weight towards the mid game here. He's almost got his treads online, but Dragon Knight with treads is still pretty darn tanky up until they get any form of break on the side of ROG Titans. If he can be the sponge that soaks up most of the damage, we could see them turning it.
Oh, well, you talked about Kark not being at the right place at the right time. It looks like he's going to get tombed up and punished instantly. He's going to get taken down by A35, who finds himself a double kill. That probably scorched earth. Looks like it's going to be another kill as well going for ROG. They're just chasing this Tusk down. There's nothing stopping them at this point. Lycan, comfortable at diving towers with his extra damage and extra HP regen, finds the kill on Tusk.
They're all dead. That was a bad decision. That was a bad decision. I mean, you got to cut your losses, cancel the TP, back off with whoever you can. Instead, they gave up 3 kills, 1 on that Puck who's already been shut down hard, and they sacrificed the tier 1 tower after it.
Oh, yep.
What's worse
ZXC
is Riha even walked away from the middle lane, so they're gonna end up losing the tier 1 at mid as well by the looks of it.
Oh,
Or
yeah, I
at
mean,
least... Nah, okay, maybe not, because everyone is moving there now.
yeah, things going somewhat unpleasantly here for Reckoning Infinity. You can see the net worth chart reflecting that as well. 6k net worth lead for ROG Titans, and this is Zetisbug without track. So once Zetisbug has a track, that lead is going to be extended even further.
That is bug is level 3, man. He would have loved to be a part of the fight in top lane.
Yeah, I think he has a tome waiting on the courier though. Yeah, he does. So he's gonna pick that up, and he's probably gonna hit level
Top
6. And you're
lane.
Lycan ulti being popped, and it looks like it is for the Luna kill up here on the top lane. Static Storm gets popped with the Lycan Troll Creep. They're gonna find one kill. They even might find a bonus in the form of the Tusk. Well, he snowballs towards an Adrenaline Rush, but he's just gonna get taken down by that Troll Creep. And ZXC, well, he's trying to make the best of this ulti, but DK just too damn tanky and hard to bring down.
That's gonna be a tier... They will get a tier 2 here. I mean, they've got the Troll Summoner creep. They've got multiple minions on the floor. And they've got pretty much everyone on the side of RG, barring the OD up here. OD also did take down the tier 1 at mid. So they're just getting advantage after advantage across the map.
And the Necronomicon is about to finish up for ZXC. I mean, when you think about it, they can actually just keep going for more. Well, the Dragon Knight does TP. He cancelled his TP. Okay,
Yeah,
so...
good decision, man.
wait, Tusk is still going in though. What the hell is going on here? Kaki just goes forward, finds a 2-man coin. That's really nice. They're also finding the Eclipse. It's onto A35, but Moon did get glimpsed back. A35 will still end up going down. So at the end of the day, that's 2 big
But
cooldowns
middle
committed
lane,
for
look what's
only-
happening to the Dragon Knight, man. He's gone all the way into the tier 3 to kill him. He still has the Sandy's
Okay.
Eclipse if he wants to commit. I think he should after this one auto attack connects.
Yeah, I mean, DK he has 17 in, and OD has like what? Yeah,
9,000.
OD has over 80 in. Yeah, man, like it's over 9,000. He's gonna find the kill with the sanity if he does pop it. I don't think he even have to wait for the last right click to connect. And Zetisbug, he's just hungry for levels, man. You can just look, he's diving this tower so he can find his level 6 and extend that lead further for ROG. For Reckoning Infinity though, they need to cut the losses like you mentioned. They need to wait to get at least some items up and running for themselves. Once they have those items up and running, they can try and fight the lineup of ROG head on 5 on 5. I think that's where they're really going to shine, and I think that's where the Bounty Hunter has a lot of trouble as well. You drop down a Sentry Ward or two, suddenly, if he's in the backlines, he's just going to end up dying and your fight's going to become even worse. It's going to be a 4v5 without a track.
What's happening here? Looks like there was lag on the side of ROG and then Reckoning's got to disconnect as well. Just Indian Dota things.
I mean, your voice is going robotic as well, so I guess we can just blame it on the Indian ISPs in general.
Really?
Yeah.
I think my net seems alright. I'm not too sure what the
Yeah,
issue is.
it's better now. It's better now. But for a moment there, you sounded like I don't know who the guy from Futurama is. The the robot guy who likes blackjack.
I'm actually thinking more of like the Doctor Who Daleks.
Okay, I haven't seen Doctor Who, but okay. Well, Moon is back, but it looks like there are still some issues here for ROG. And gonna be waiting a while. Riha, I think he knows his fate. He's probably gonna accept it. So
Yeah.
maybe he survives if
The only
Archangel
one
pop
that the only way they can sort of help him out is with a Tusk TP, but
Nah, Tusk, he's by the time he TPs, the Dragon Knight is gonna be dead. And if you see the TP, like Archmage is just gonna pop the ultis.
I think Zetisbug should just start channeling his TP right away. He doesn't need to actually. What am I saying? He can just bail from this direction.
Yeah, I mean, OD can turn around and kill if Tusk decides to go in for that. Now, Tusk does have a raindrop and does have a few wand charges, so maybe they can fight if they TP in multiple heroes. They can TP in one to the tier 3, they can TP in one to the tier 2, they can TP in one to the shrine.
No, they don't have any TPs. They have just one on the Tusk.
Oh god, I mean, you mentioned about people not having TPs. Poor Lavada here doesn't even have boots. He's working with a windlace in a smoke. Well, mid lane, the ulti is gonna get popped. Tusk is gonna TP in. Find nothing.
Hey, Archmage is actually going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, Archmage is actually running away from his friend right here. So looks like he's gonna get blocked by shards and Zetisbug. Well,
Oh, I think he
he's just having
lagged.
a good laugh. Wait, was it Archmage who lagged?
Yeah, I think Archmage is the one lagging earlier on as well.
Man, this is not looking good.
I mean, if Archmage dies, it's a costly death, and it's some sort of redemption here for Reckoning Infinity.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be Pux's whale done. Also the fact that he's gonna inch closer to his blink dagger. Is that a godlike streak? No, okay, wait. This is only one kill.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
on
still a
to
lot of net worth and comeback goal, or at least kill goal and assist goal is calculated based on comebacks. Here he goes. No
yeah, the
dream
dream call
coil.
is not there.
Archmage is out.
Well, bit too much hype for the moment there, but guess it's okay. Zeresbug is still just gonna lurk around this tier 2 tower though. I mean, this man knows no fear. He doesn't see any detection on the side of, well, he does now. There's some available on the Tusk. Question is, does Tusk decide to pop it randomly for Zeresbug? Will his spidey senses tingle? Looks like the answer is going to be no. And Zeresbug has a TP, so he should probably look to get out. But I think he's trying to go for the courier snipe, and he might actually find it. The courier that's coming in towards the mid lane. Zeresbug, his spidey senses are certainly tingling. He's going to see the courier. Is he going to
No,
go
he doesn't
back?
see it.
Wait, he sees it with the ward. He has placed the ward, so he does see
Now
the
he
courier.
sees it.
He's going to find it. Is he going to... Oh, wait, no. The courier going in different directions. It has boots on it. Avada's going to pick up those boots, fortunately. But the courier will go down. Zeresbug is going to pick up level 6 on the back of that. And he is a happy man. Just a cheeky little bounty hunter. Killing couriers.
Top lane,
He's
835 has the Doom, commits it, and
no,
this
the
should
fairy
be a
dragon is
really
there.
easy kill, man.
Yeah, this
Doesn't
bug
even need to
is-
Hadouken him.
I know, I mean, he's just gonna run him down. The good old run to you, slap your face in the side kind of doom. Moon has picked up his Mask of Madness, but I doubt he's gonna have any sort of space to, like, just make use of the Mask of Madness because you can see ROG pushing in the mid lane. They have the Lycan Wolves, they also have the Aegis as well as the Necronomicon, so this is a very strong push coming in from ROG at this point. It's also gonna be hard to stop the Lycan who, well, has a Shapeshift and has an Aegis. He can just dive your tier 4s if he has to find a kill onto Luna, and then his team can back him up. But looks like ROG are going to take it easy this time around. They will head back, look to get that level 2, maybe even level 3 Necronomicon up and running before they decide to go. They have a lot of time on this Aegis. They don't have to rush things. Looks like they will take time to farm up a little.
And they've got themselves a decent tier 2 takedown on the middle lane as well. Only one tier 2 tower left now in this game for ROG Titans to claim. With the Aegis in tow, I think it's a no-brainer. They just barrel down this bottom lane, take the building, and then try and even breach high ground. Uh-oh, Zeresbug in a sticky spot here.
Yeah, he has been
he should be
dusting up
okay.
the shards though. Not exactly on point. And the Bounty Hunter. Well, dust upon him, but doesn't get blocked, so makes that out scot-free.
Report, please. I'm fed up of the lag as well.
Yeah. What a lovely game of Dota 2. No wait, he said Arme. Ah, Zeresbug was an Arme fan all along. Well, we learn something new every day. There's a random observer ward dropped here in the middle of the trees. I'm not sure if you see it. Okay, I'm just gonna point it out. It's right next to the Lycan in the top lane, in the bottom lane actually. Do you see it?
Oh yeah, I see it.
What is this ward doing here?
What the hell? That's not how you plant words, sir.
Yeah. I remember a friend of mine doing this. I asked him to give me a word. He just dropped it on the ground like that. And I'm like, where's the word? And then I look back in my base. There's one waiting there for me.
Yeah, but it beats the day and age where you could plant observer wards in your own fountain, right? That
Wait,
was
you
so
could do that?
Yeah, you could before, like when they started pooling of observer wards, when they started allowing pooling individual observer wards. Initially, a lot of people would just plant them on the floor instead.
Ah, I see. Yeah, so with the change, they were actually able to somewhat limit the player mistakes of planting those wards in the base. Well, good guy, Val.
Made Archmage.
Well, he does spot out Moon, but doesn't have any lockdown. Didn't go for the Atos, like you mentioned, but the puck. He does have the Dream Coil. Question is, he's gonna pop it. The answer does appear to be no. Gets tracked up in
Meanwhile, he's just conveniently pushing out this bottom lane, cutting the creep wave time and again while his teammates bring the rest of the creeps here. He's kind of here by himself, but they've got vision of Avada coming in like this.
Yeah, and you have the Nightmare as well to control him for a while. Question is, where's the follow-up? Archimedes did end up astralling Moon on the backline, so Moon can't come in to find a kill. And looks like it's going to be Moon who's going to be in trouble. The Dream Coil only onto Archimedes, trying his best to hold his advance, but he can't hold the Lycan. But the Bane can, but he's going to die for it to the creeps themselves. Tusk comes in with a snowball, trying to save his buddy Moon there. He is successful, but he still ends up giving to support Sophia Reckoning Infinity. And now Kark is going to end up falling as well. Man, that crit! I mean, like, every single unit from Zerix, he just decided to randomly crit into Kark's face.
Poor guy. That's tier 2 down, and well, they're not ready to go high ground just yet. Maybe you want to wait for some the level 3 necro books, and once again, when the phase shift is online, you can consider going. But they're okay with this. They've managed to get a few more kills. Taking down the puck again is a fairly big deal Tusk goes down as a consolation
I
prize.
mean, wait. I see Rihas stunning up the Archmage, but the Archmage Ori, but well, he's just getting pounded upon.
Whoa.
Archmage drops the ulti, and looks like it's going to be
Yeah.
enough to find the kill. With the Astral, he does end up finding it, and now A35 is coming as well. He finds a Doom. It is onto the Luna. The Luna is going to end up dropping. Archmage finds himself a double. Question is, can you extend for more? You do have the track coming in, and you have the hull with the bonus health, but I don't think it's enough. But maybe with the body blows from the Lycan Wolf, it will be nope. I say that, and wait. Okay, I'm just a bad luck charm as well. Pain is just gonna get astraled up. Zeriswag should be able to clean that up. The Shuriken Tusk, well, it's just gonna be Archmage who picks up those 2 double kills.
That's
It
2 more
was-
track kills, both going over towards Archmage. He's at 3.1k gold now with a 4-staff in his inventory already. Pretty complete.
Yeah, this is 16 minutes in. I mean, this is just absolutely disgusting, especially if you're Reckoning Infinity. How do you deal with this? This Odi is just going to start running at you. He has 39 stolen intelligence. It's 17 minutes into the game. The only good news for you is that Sanity is on cooldown.
This is getting entirely out of hand. Kark is
Yeah.
just... I mean, he's
Oh.
doing what he can to stem the bleeding, but...
Yeah, Archmage with the clutch play. I'm not sure if he got that. He did get Astral as if he's trying to find the stun. He will find it now, but he doesn't have the damage to bring the Odi down. Odi can just turn around, and indeed he will. Astral's himself to dodge the snowball. It's a very good play coming out from Archmage here, but A35 may not be so lucky. The Fiend's Grip upon him, the Lucent Beam upon him. I mean, that's the Eclipse, not the Lucent Beam, but A35 is still managing to survive. He did pop the Scorched Sword before the Fiend's Grip, and as a result, ends up living while ZXC is on cleanup duty, finds Moon, A35 picks up someone, and my net has bugged out.
Avada. He's gonna go down as well. It looks like this is gonna be a fairly comfortable finish. There it is! The GG comes out. Ice will tap out. Zerisbug and co have really delivered blow after blow here. It's a 17-minute finish for ROG Titans as they take down the tier 3 and the Ancient Falls simultaneously. I think we've lost Floki. His net had some issues, but it looks like ROG Titans. It was a pretty straightforward victory. I'm gonna throw it over towards the analyst panel, but honestly, there's not much to analyze here. This was just one team outclassing the other. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you around.
ROG Titans victory, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome to the studio segment of the ESL India Premiership 2018, brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, Intel. Lovely peeps at Nordin Gaming ESL India, bringing you the best of esports in the country. And as Angie was talking to me like before the game began, she did mention ROG Titans look on the stronger front.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they are undefeated, and there's a reason why RG Titans are a very strong force to reckon with. And I mean, after defeating a team like Signify, you expect every team in the Masters League to play very cautiously when they're playing against RG Titans. And I think in this game, there more than I think the game, it was just that a lot of players were lagging, because of which we saw multiple pauses, which kind of leads to a lot of frustration in a team, because if you can't really play proper Dota, it kind of just gets to you. So that could be one of the reasons why Reckoning Infinity did not really put up a great performance. Secondly, it could be also the draft. I felt that their picks weren't really merging up to be much. But a very big shout out to A35 on the Bounty Hunter. He got the Courier Snipe twice. RG Titans got 3 Bounty Ruins, which made the swing of the net worth so strong towards them. I think at 13 minutes of the game, RG Titans net worth was 10k in lead, which is massive. I think this could have been the fastest game that has been played, but I think Signify took a game at 16 minutes, if I'm not wrong. But other than that, there's nothing really much I can say. The supports from Reckoning Infinity didn't really have much impact in the game compared to the roaming supports from RG Titans. This was expected because you have to invest so much into sentries and dust. You don't have a courier available. You have so many pauses happening in the game. There's so many things that kind of just ruined it for Reckoning Infinity. But I hope that they don't really have a sad evening. I hope they come back stronger tomorrow and they play better Dota than what they played today, because even if we saw Disruptor, he didn't even really try to go for a Glimmer or 4-star. He just went direct Agnum Scepter. And that's basically how ROG Titans is. If you just let them loose and let them free, they will just finish your base in 17 minutes.
I'm just loving it. I'm just loving like the fact that Dota 2, this game specifically, was no less interesting except the pauses which you aptly mentioned. I
Yeah.
swear. Headaches. Pauses are headaches. Pauses should be banned. No pauses, please, henceforth. But ladies and gentlemen, this ends today's edition of the ESL India Premiership 2018 Summer Seasons Masters League. I'm your host Vagish Gotslebhan, and I will, before we both, Angie, my
Yes.
analyst, will, like, before we both bid our goodbyes to you, please, like, do tell me, what is it going to take to press that gosh darn subscribe button? Like, Angie is also like looking left, right, center, because she's also given up. She's like, "Arey, kya bol ke kya fayda? What to do? They are not going to listen to you." Angie, why don't you tell them? They don't listen to me. You tell them.
How about you just hit that subscribe button, because you get notifications when we come live to you every single day at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. with all the latest esporting games. Also, if you guys have missed out any games, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. We've divided the games between Clash
The
Royale,
bell
Dota
icon
2,
button also.
the bell icon button, you can definitely press that. Also, you can make sure that if you only are a Clash player or a Counter-Strike or Dota, all the videos are divided, so you don't really need to watch the whole 3-hour segment. Everything is much easier over there. So go hit that subscribe button.
समझे? अब अगर एंजी ने बोल दिया और तुम लोगों ने नहीं किया, बेटा शामत है तुम लोग की. लेकिन कल हम लोग फिर से मिलेंगे 6 से 9. That's the time for the ESL India Premiership. The India, did I say the India's? Damn, English language flying out the window like a Windows 98 boot up. India's largest openly to